Rick. Do it.
What's happening, my fellow geeks on the internet? I'm TGun coming at you with another video. This time, I've got finally another showcase video for you guys. No, it's been a while. I do apologize about that, but here we are now with another video. So this time we have a spin-off to my custom Lego Rick Grimes showcase videos that I did a little while back that had the Rick Grimes minifigures from seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, I did mention about doing this, and I was thinking about adding him to part 2, that's got seasons 6, 7, 8, and 9, but then I thought, this is a season 5 figure, and I just thought, it's a spin-off character anyway, or a spin-off look for him anyway, so I decided to do his own showcase video. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to do the brown jacket look with the white t-shirt, as I just think that's a bit too boring, and basically anyone else who's made a Rick Grimes minifigure has made that look with the white t-shirt and the brown jacket. And I also said in that first part that if I was going to do the brown jacket, it'll be for this look from the season 5 finale. So that's what I did. Absolutely love how this turned out. It's probably my favorite Rick minifigure I've made so far. But yeah, so just before we jump into having a look at this minifigure up close, I do want to say to you guys, thank you guys so much for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I reached that, I think, a couple of days ago. I will do a contest or something, to celebrate reaching 1,000 subscribers. So please stay tuned to my TGun Customs Instagram. Link is always down below. At this point, I'm thinking of doing a contest, but I'm just going to work out, what I want the contest to be about, what the prize will be, etc., etc. So please stay tuned for that one, guys. It's going to be a fun one. So, yeah. But other than that, let's have a close look at this minifigure. And just quickly before I get into the figure itself, I did say in the last video another spin-off Rick Grimes figure I was going to do was going to be his Woodbury Assault look from Season 3. I decided not to make that minifigure, so I just wanted to quickly show this was the rifle that I had made, and I've given it to my current Season 3 Rick. He still has that other silenced pistol and machete, but I just want to show you off this machine gun real quick. I forget what sort of gun this was. It's a Brigham's gun with a scope from another gun, which I forget the name of. Yeah, I just wanted to quickly show that off because I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah. Anyway, now to this minifigure. So this one was really fun to make. I actually made him a while ago. I fixed up the bandages like just before, but other than that, I made this figure a while ago. Now, his gun is a Brigham's gun. I think it's a UCS pistol. It's looked the most accurate to what he had in the episode, like towards the end of the episode. So, yeah, I just thought, this would be a good one for him. His hairpiece, again, is Will Turner hairpiece. For Season 4 onwards, I just really think this is the perfect hairpiece for Rick. Because as I said, the Widow's Peak hairpiece is better for Season 1 and 2 Rick. The Werewolf hairpiece is better for Season 3, because in Season 3 his hair had grown out, but wasn't enough that it stuck out the back. And then this is just a lot better, because it's a little bit longer, I think, and it actually sticks out the sides and behind his ears, like in the show. So, that part's just more accurate for the later seasons, whereas in Season 3 it did tuck behind, his ears a bit more. But yeah, so I just used that hairpiece again. The head is a Legolas head, as I just think it works for Rick Grimes. And as you can see, I added some stubble to his face, and then I also added some blood using some red. I think this was like a painted blood, then I just smudged it with my finger, just to give that sort of look. And then with this one, I just didn't really smudge it too much. Then as you can see, all those bandages from his fight with Pete, I did add on with electrical tape. So they're all 3D. They were a pain in the ass to add, but I thought it was totally worth it. I didn't have white paint at the time, and so I just thought, this is a good compromise, and I actually like how it looks. So as you can see, he's got like the one up by his eye here, one down on his jaw, the 3 like on the side of his nose. It was meant to be on the side of his nose, then the 3 around his eye, and then that last little bit down there. So I reckon it looks really good. So yeah. Coming down to his torso, so as you can see, I've got the undershirt there. I've got a bit of flesh showing. Then I also have like his brown t-shirt underneath. Now his button-up shirt that's over that. It's a bit hard to tell. Some scenes looks a little bit more grey, and some scenes looks a bit more tan, or it's kind of like a mix between the two. But and I know Lego Magic 9, when he did his a couple years ago, he went with like a grey color. Well, I went with Tamiya Deck Tan. I always use Tamiya paints, but I used the Deck Tan as I just thought it matched the shirt very well. It had that nice light greyish tan sort of look to it, and I just think it matches up really well. So yeah, if you're ever going to make this version of Rick, definitely go with the Deck Tan, as it's just the perfect match. It looks a lot better than going with just a tan shirt, or like, just a tan paint or a grey paint. This is kind of just matches it a bit more. I want to come back to the jacket in a second, but his legs are just painted in plain, like, flat black. His boots are in a flat brown. Now, I didn't add the whole belt because I knew that this was going to be covering the, the belt area. So what I did do was I added on the holster just down there, and that works fine, really, because, you don't really see the back pouches, and I didn't want them to break off anyway, so yeah. Coming to his jacket, it is 3D. It was made out of electrical tape, and I used a bit of cloth over the top for the collar. I think this was inspired by Lego Magic 9 from his last Rick, so yeah. And then I used a Hull Red brown paint from Tamiya to get this color going, and then I used, I think, Linum Deck brown for like the stitching that you see. On his sleeves, I did add cuffs and electrical tape as well, and then I also added the gold down here. Then on his hand, I did use electrical tape to make this bandage, because he did have his knuckles covered after his fight with Pete. So it just comes off like so, and you can just see it's just wrapped around his wrist and just his hand, because as I said, he only did have it around his knuckles. And I think it was just in that episode, because then in Season 6 he didn't have this anymore. But yeah. Now, the cool thing I wanted to do with this jacket, instead of painting it on, I wanted it in 3D, because I just thought it would look better. And something else that I wanted to do with this is, if I add this, and, I can also swap out the hand with just a regular hand with this revolver. Now, something that I did want to do with this was, if I wanted to, I can actually remove the jacket, like so. And I haven't painted the back because, the jacket was going to be covering it anyway. So I can actually put this on any other Rick minifigure. Now, this was just something I really wanted to do, just for other display purposes or other options for the figure. So if I actually grab my Season 5 Rick, I'm going to, like the No Sanctuary version of him. Then add his head back on. And there we go. Now I have Rick from like episode, like No Sanctuary. Whoop. And there we go. Now we have Rick from the No Sanctuary episode. He's got the brown jacket over basically the dark grey shirt that he wore over the first 8 episodes of Season 5. And I just thought this was a cool option that I wanted, if I wanted to actually do it. So yeah, there's that. And then I can also get the AK-47 just to complete the look. So I can do that as an alternate displayment option. Another option that I wanted to include, or that I can do, is, if I just give me a moment. So if I get the dark brown shirt that I did for like the alternate Rick from season 5, then we have like the Rick from the episode where they went to the outpost, because he did have a dark brown shirt in that. So yeah, a couple of other displayment options that I wanted to include, that I can add this jacket to, so I can add some more of like Rick's brown jacket looks. And I may add it to the season 8 version later on, because later in season 8 he did don this jacket again with like a great button-up shirt. But like, I don't know, I probably won't do that, because the season 8 figure that I'm going to do is going to be like where it's all muddy and stuff. But yeah, so that's just another option I wanted to do, because as I said, I thought the white t-shirt look was a bit boring, and then with the season 5, this is just an alternate thing I can do with, just add to the No Sanctuary Rick look if I wanted to do that. But if you just bear with me so I can put the figure back together properly again, so we can get a final 360 shot of this guy before we go and wrap up. So here we have the final 360 look for this guy. Now, I do have to be careful whenever I do handle this figure, because as I said, this is all E-tape. They're not glued down, so the actual tape can be messed up and come off really easy. That's why I don't have the third bandage there, and some of them look a bit out of place. But overall, that's a small thing. But yeah, so I'm really happy with this guy. Let me know what you think down below. And yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up. Now, if you stay tuned, you'll be able to see some sneak peeks of some upcoming minifigures, and I'll just be updating you guys on future figures I'm doing. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this guy down below, as I have said a couple times throughout the video. And let me know, out of all of these figures, including the other half of Season 5 look with a brown t-shirt from the other video, which is your favorite. Mine is probably this guy, and maybe Season 2 or Season 4. I just think that turned out really well. But yeah, so again, I'm just going to be doing some updates for you guys. So other Rick minifigures that I am like currently working on, or I have progress on, is I have the Season 6 Rick. He's got like the most detail on him. I just need to do the legs, fix the belt, sculpt the pouches, and all that. But other than that, he's pretty much done. I have Season 7 Rick, which I need to actually do the belt, paint the shirt properly, and then paint the arms. And then Season 8 Rick is pretty much the same. Got to do the belt, torso, and arms. But the face is all done, and I love how that face has turned out. Season 9 Rick, I'll eventually redo as well, just to add to that video, just to just have a new version of that Season 9 Rick. But yeah, so other minifigures I'm working on is I am making Joel and Ellie from the first Last of Us, as I do want to go back and make minifigures from Last of Us 1. I have 2 parts planned. I've got part 1 obviously being Joel and Ellie in their summer outfits this time, and I did a video like I think a year or 2 ago, in that I think Joel was in his spring outfit, and then Ellie was in the fall outfit with the Neapolitan ice cream jacket. I want to redo them in their summer outfits, so that's what I'm doing. And then in part 2, we'll have Bill, Tommy, and Tess, and then I'll do Last of Us Part 2 minifigures, which I'll have Ellie and Joel from that. And I haven't looked at any leaks, because I've stayed away from that, so if you do any spoilers from the leaks or anything like that, joking or not, I'm just going to block you. So I'm just putting that out there now, because I've been doing my best to stay away from that, as I want to enjoy the game for myself, and not, I would be so pissed off if I went through all the effort of staying away from it, like all the leaks, all the potential spoilers, and only to have some idiot spoiler for me. So I just want to put that out there now. Just thought, since I'm mentioning Last of Us, some people might make jokes or something like that. So yeah, stay away from that. But yeah, so Last of Us minifigures are coming. another bunch of minifigures I'm going to be doing is Star Wars minifigures. Now, this figure is actually for a commission, but I'll make like a duplicate later down the road when I get to it. But I've been working on Anakin from Season 3 Clone Wars. This guy has been turning out so well. This is actually going to be my next showcase video. So I don't know when that will be, but it will be my next showcase video for you guys. As I'm really loving how this figure is turning out. And as I said, this is for a commission, so I cannot wait to make this figure for myself. Now, this is a stand-in head. This isn't the head that's going to the, that's part of the commission, so I have ordered the correct Anakin head. But, yeah, I'm just really happy with how that's turning out. So I just thought I'd show you guys on that. But I do have a huge lineup of Star Wars minifigures planned, based from the 9 main Star Wars films, Star Wars The Clone Wars, Rogue One, and I have a couple of figures planned for Rebels, as I am now watching Rebels. But the Rebels figures I'm planning is only really Ahsoka, Captain Rex, Darth Maul, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. They're the only 4 figures I'm thinking of making so far. Maybe Kanan, because I do like Kanan out of the main group, but we'll see. But, yeah, and then I got a whole bunch of other figures planned. Like, for the Clone Wars, I got a huge lineup of figures. I'm going to be making Ahsoka in her 3 outfits, the space outfit from that Season 2 episode, her latest season's outfit, and then Ahsoka from Siege of Mandalore. Got Anakin based on the clone armor look, as well as, making this version for myself, but I'm making it a little bit different to this guy. The ropes will be the same, but the head and hair will be different from what I do. But yeah, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then some other figures as well. So I've got a huge lineup of Star Wars figures, which I'm planning on doing very soon. In fact, I'm going to be doing my Phantom Menace showcase like first up, so I'm going to start on Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul very soon. Anyway, so that's enough of me rambling. So, yeah. So, thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think, again, down below. Check out my Instagrams. Make sure you keep an eye out on my TGun Customs Instagram for when I set up the contest. I'll probably make a minifigure or do, like, some sort of poll to decide what minifigure to make as the prize. I've got a couple of ideas. So, I'll definitely do a poll or something on my TGun Customs Instagram and then set up the contest. And whatnot. So, yeah. So, thanks again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.